going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Sunday, firing up another 7-round Vikings mock draft. Now, what's important is, free agency has to happen, in-house guys, trades, and all that stuff before the draft. So it definitely shifts what your needs are going to be. So in this scenario, again, not advocating this, but this could be a realistic situation where Kirko walks, go somewhere else in free agency. Russell Wilson. Now, I know a lot of people are going to poo-poo on Russell Wilson, ourselves included, super skeptical about him, but he can sign for the league minimum. That could certainly help with the Vikings salary cap situation and danger Russ, Vikings country. Let's ride. It could be a decent one-year bridge quarterback. I don't know. Danielle Hunter and DJ Wonnum re-signed. Would be great for the Vikings edge rush. Dalton Reisner re-signed, so suturing up that left guard spot. JJ extended would certainly help the Vikings out in the salary cap situation for this year. And then the Vikings are able to bring back that love and feeling. Christian Wilkins reunited with Brian Flores at D tackle. Antoine Winfield Jr. assigned on the back end of that defense. And yes, he can play with Metellus and Beasley because, Harrison Smith retires. And then a mid-level free agent quarterback signed. So Vikings are pretty solid in terms of everything head into the draft, minus quarterback of the future. So that would be a premium. So now the Vikings are on the clock. So top 10, Williams goes to the Bears. Drake May goes to Washington. Harrison Jr. goes to the Patriots. Bowers going to the Arizona Cardinals. Although, they have Trey McBride. But they could be the next Gronkowski and Hernandez. I wonder which one is which. Alt going to the Chargers. Malik Neighbors going to the Giants. Fashanu going to the Tennessee Titans. I kind of like that fit a lot. So you have Fashanu as well as Skoronski just really hammering up that left side of that offensive line for Will Levis. Jane Daniels. Now, if Jane Daniels got to 8, I would have entertained trades up to 6 or 7 to go get him, but it is what it is. Cooper DeJean going to the Bears, so the Bears get Caleb Williams and DeJean. DeJean could be Devin Hester 2.0 for them. A very dangerous return man, superb athlete at corner as well. And then Jerzon Newton goes to the Jets. I'm kind of surprised that the Jets didn't take Fuaga to help build up that offensive line. Is what it is. But so the Vikings are on the clock. Roma Dunes is there. Tempting. Who knows? But the Vikings, in terms of needs, you have Wiggins and Arnold there at corner. Turner and Verse, I like a lot. Same thing with Latu if his medicals check out. Then you got Bo Nix sitting there chilling. Then you have Penix Jr. sitting there chilling as well. And even though the Vikings aren't in the offensive tackle market per se, Jordan Morgan is an absolute beast. I love it. I also love Troy Franklin too. So in this spot, I where there's so many dudes that you feel okay with. Yes, you could just take your quarterback, stick and pick. And in this spot, just to spice things up, we would have taken Bo Nix. But we do have some trade offers. Saints at 14, doable. Cowboys at 24. That seems like too far of a drop. So what can we gouge the Saints' eyes for? Obviously, 114. Can we get a future first? No. Can we get that second? All right, so let's see it. Let's pad this a little bit. No. Dropping 3 spots. Dropping 3 spots. I want some nice, man. All right, so go back to that. 1, 2. I feel like. All right, now I'm just messing around. All right, so let's grab a gaggle of these mid-round picks. A future 3rd and 4th. There you go. Offer trade enhance. There you go. All right, so we dropped back 3 spots for a gaggle of mid-round picks, and we're also going to be packaging those up to move. So resume draft. All right, so they take a Dunes. A Bo Nix goes to the Broncos. Fuaga goes to the Raiders. Check out trades again. Steelers down to 20. I'm going to demand 52. All right, so that has a chance of working out. Can we get future second? No. Future third? 21% chance. I mean, miracles have happened before. Let's try one more time. All right, we'll take the third out. We'll make it that future fifth. All right, you only get one shot. All right, we'll sweeten that thing up. There you go. All right, so dropping 6 spots. We pick up a second rounder. Resume and enhance. All right, so the Steelers came up for Dallas Turner. Terran Arnold, Latu goes, Wiggins, Mims, Jared Verse back on the clock at 20. So Khalil McKistry is there chilling. Troy Franklin, Penix Jr. is there. Murphy is there. I'm kind of torn. So now let's take a look at the capital that we got. All right, so slide on over. All right, so we got 2 second-round picks now. We have 42 and 52. We have a gang of fourth rounders now. 108, 130, 136, 148. Now, some of these are projected compensatory picks. The Vikings aren't going to be getting comp picks this year, but I want to package up a number of these picks and let's see what we can do here. All right, so I am going to take Penix in this spot. I fully understand. Well, actually, could Penix keep falling? I actually do think that Penix could keep falling. Actually, Rakestraw, I think, is going to turn a lot of heads too. Also, the Toledo kid. Where is he? Quinion Mitchell. I like him a lot. Man. So, I actually do think that Penix could keep sliding down in an earlier round. And if it doesn't work out, we could always take McCarthy. All right, so this spot, I am going to take Murph Dog. Let's go. All right, so now we paused real quick. All right, so Latham went. Kool-Aid goes to the Eagles. Trice, Thomas, Franklin. Oh, Franklin to the Packers. I mean, how many receivers do they need, man? Rakestraw goes to the Bucks. Morgan goes to the Cardinals. Tez. All right, so dealing with the Chiefs. We're on 29. What are we going to have to give up? They basically just say no. All right. Well, let's run this thing down to 42. Actually, I really want Quinion, though. Well, let's let a couple more picks bleed off. Oh, we missed it. All right, so Quinion's still on board. Penix is still on board. Screw it. Run it. See what happens. All right, there goes Penix. Of course. Sometimes you gamble and lose. So Penix and Quinion Mitchell just went right in front of us. So that's fantastic. I can already hear it. Boo, Kwesi, boo. But we're going to make chicken salad out of chicken bleep. Do we just quadruple down on D-line? Even though we got Wilkins, even though we got Murphy the second. Kalen King is there. He's a stud. Let's see here. Do we just take McCarthy? Just to make sure that we got a little something. Yeah. All right. So JJ, I actually do think that McCarthy does have scalable traits. I like the arm strength. I like the accuracy. Basically, he was just stuck in a run-first offense at Michigan, and him sitting behind Russ for a year and marinating in the Kevin O'Connell scheme, I think would be really good. All right. So back on the clock. Ooh, JPJ, smashing that. Just completely smashing that. I in the back of my mind, I thought that he went first round, which I think that he will. I think he'll be the highest drafted interior offensive lineman. But Jackson Powers Johnson as competition for Bradbury, as well as depth at the guard spots. I mean, I love it. Man. All right, so back on the clock, we got Esteem from Notre Dame. We like him as a north-south runner. Let's see here, Braylon Allen, another north-south guy. I feel like that would be a perfect complement to Ty Chandler. And I'm not really sure about the future of Alexander Madison. Who knows? But all right, so we're going to Steam in the spot, and we have a gaggle of we have so many mid-round picks. Because I was thinking about packaging them up. Do we take multiple bites at this? Because I was thinking about packaging up and trading to get back up into the second round, except it didn't happen. All right, so we got 130, 136, and 148 all in a row here. So I am going to take McGregor. So we got a little bit more of an edge presence coming out of Michigan. I'm going to take Melton went, didn't he? No, Melton's still on board, right? Oh, no, Max Melton went to the Ravens. Of course he did. All right, so Nugent is there. If we wanted to triple down on the interior offensive line. Let's see here. Luke McCaffrey. Perhaps you've heard of him. Quavius Marks, I do like if we wanted to double down on running back. Justin Rogers is super interesting. Milton, like we said. Sinnott, where, I mean, with Sinnott, I mean, it's a spot where Hawkinson, his availability to start the season and maybe even deeper into the season is up in the air. All right, so I'm going to take Sinnott in this spot. Where I like Johnny Munt. I don't love him. Also, he's a free agent, so who knows if he's going to be back. He probably will be. Eichenberg. We had scrolled. Booker, former Golden Gopher. I love Booker on the edge. Screw it. You know what? We're just racking up and stacking up premium positions. That's what we do. Tommy Eichenberg, I like. Eichenberg, there we go. Hopefully he's better than his brother. Let's see. Trevor Keegan. I mean, there's a lot of ways we can go here. Moose Muhammad is there. So Moose, I feel like all the expectations were very high for him, especially after 2022. Just never really panned out, but Texas A&M had issues all over the place. But I think he's underutilized. Oh, well, Cam Hart too. All right, so I'm going to gamble a little bit because I'm going to take Cam Hart, but I hope that Moose is there in 10 picks. One time, there he is. All right, 2 to go. I mean, we could take a second quarterback. You go, why the hell not in this spot, right? To his brother. I don't know, man. Between Hartman and to his brother, I would prefer Hartman. Yeah, sure, why not? And do we just take the Iowa punter again at the end just to be funny? I mean, we could. All the way down to 230. So, we gambled a little bit. Tried to trade down. Tried to make some moves. I think it turned out okay. And also, we racked up a couple of mid-round picks for next year as well. And for that, we thank you. Kenneth Slovis in the draft? No way. I feel like we're relatively good. Could we just say no? Yeah, screw it. I'll just take the punter again. But I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about this one. So, again, going over our scenario. Again, not advocating this, but this is what reality could be. Kirko leaves in free agency. Maybe he still goes to Atlanta. Who knows? Russell Wilson signed on the league minimum deal, so that's helping the Vikings out in the cap situation. Danielle Hunter re-signed. DJ Wanham re-signed. Reisner re-signed. JJ extended, helping lower his $19.743 million cap hit. And then Wilkins and Winfield Jr. are really building up that defensive side of the ball for Brian Flores. Also a mid-level corner sign. And then the Vikings into the draft. So Kwesi, wheeling and dealing. Wheeling and dealing with Kevin Nealon or something like that. There you go. Oh, no. Did I zoom in and enhance too far? Crap. So how's it going? Not going to edit this out because we're not professional. If you're going to play in Texas, you better have a fiddle in the band. Oh, come on. How long does it take to grade, bro? So, my sister-in-law is a teacher, and one day they were over and she was grading papers. I didn't know that they still do that. Still did that. I thought everything was like Scantron. Actually, that really just dated myself. But you remember Scantron, and so it was like a form of psychological punishment. So I had a history class with this old school a Marine. I think he was a gunnery sergeant too. So like Mr. Gunny. And what he would do is he would make you, after you took your test on Scantron, walk up to the front of the class where the Scantron grader was and make you put it through the machine. And every time you got a wrong answer, it would go, duh. So, I mean, it was rough. I mean, some not so good students in the class would go up in front of everyone and put their test through and go, and you could just see, like, psychologically, they were just defeated. And I don't know if it was like some, hey, motivate yourself to do better on these tests so that you're not shamed in front of your peers. I don't know, man. It was kind of rough. Of course, me, the Asian, my test went through. That's what we do. Also, I was a history nerd, man. I still am. All right, so recapping. Russ in Danger Russ, Daniil, blah, blah, blah. You know what it is. So the Vikings traded down a couple of times. I know the people are going to be so mad, but 2 trades netted the Vikings an extra 4th, 5th, 3rd, and 4th next year. And then a trade down with the Steelers netted them an extra 2nd-round pick. So things worked out. But the Vikings at 20 taking Byron Murphy the 2nd. So your defensive interior front is going to be some amalgamation of Murphy the 2nd. We're also cornering the Murphys on the market on Byron Murphys and Christian Wilkins, as well as Harrison Phillips. I like that. JJ McCarthy, Dynamite, sitting and marinating as a quarterback of the future. Jackson Powers Johnson, JPJ. With this spot, I would just cut Bradbury. So, yes, I think that he's going to be taking over at center. Audric Esteem would be a really nice combination with Ty Chandler in that backfield. Then I like that we went back-to-back on edge, sort of. So McGregor coming in from Michigan. Austin Booker had a phenomenal blow-up season with Kansas. I mean, yeah, the Gophers didn't need him at all. Ben Sinnott, so a little bit of a reach in this spot, but I really do like Sinnott's game, and I think that if Hawkinson's knee hasn't been operated on yet, I think that tight end low-key could be more of a position of need. Tommy Eichenberg going to be a heart and hustle off-ball linebacker in this room. Cam Hart in the 5th is huge value, so adding size on the outside. Moose Muhammad is going to hold down the slot, sort of take over that KJ Osborne role. Sam Hatman. This is like when Washington took RG3 and also took Kirk Cousins, or they took Heath Schuler and also took Gus Frerotte. So Cam Hart going to come in and compete with JJ McCarthy, Jaron Hall for the quarterback of the future spot. And then, of course, Torrey Taylor, because why the hell not? But that's it. A couple trade downs and still secured the bag, still got your guy, all that stuff. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. You guys know what to do. Skull, production value.